So I am back and I put my new press-on nails on. So rainbow and hearts, because we went on a rainbow wedding yesterday. Oh, I love them so much. Okay, but anyway, I put in my eyelets, two here, one here, and my Tim Holtz hitch fastener here. And this is the inside. And you have these marks from the sewing clips. To be honest, I don't like them this much as I thought before, but it doesn't matter. You can just glue on some strips of fabric or lace or trim or anything like this. I want to put some holes into my cover, so right where the marks are, and then I will sew around by hand. This takes a bit of time, but I just like the look of it. I did this before, and I will do this, and then I will show you how to do this, and maybe I want to put on some edges. I've not decided yet, so let's see what we have. So I decided I will use these edges. You can just glue them on. I don't know if they will hold in place because it's this faux leather fabric. But I will sew them on. I did this a few times before and I like the look of it very much, and I will use this brown thread. Then I will use this old book to punch my holes with my awl, and I need a needle. So I will show you how to do this. So I do it this way. I put on my edge where I want it to. So my metal edge right on the edge of the book. And then you could mark where you want to put your holes. I think I will do this. Or you can just use your awl and punch the hole right through, or just leave a little mark. Okay, this works out fine as well. I will just leave some marks. So now I see where I have to punch my holes. Just double check. And I bought these on eBay, not eBay, Amazon. And I have them in this, don't know how to call it, bronze cover, metal cover, color, gold and silver. But I thought this color would be perfect for this book. So let's see, the first mark is here, and then you punch right through your cover. So see, I punched right through the cover and a bit through this old book. You can use other things, so maybe a mouse pad or something like this, so that you can punch your holes right through your cover. So I don't know if you can see it, but I punched holes right through my cover. You can see this little mark over here because it's a bit more inside than my holes are, but I don't mind. And as you can see here, I punched through the book. Oh, okay, I don't have to do it with this much pressure, I think. So if the holes are a bit too small, you can go in from the outside out, from the inside out again. But I will just use my needle and some pliers to put my needle through. I will repeat the step for all 4 edges, and then I will be right back. So all 4 edges have now their holes for these golden metal edges. And what I will do now is I will just go around the rest of the cover. I try to space it, not perfect evenly, but on the edge. Maybe I can put, maybe I will go to some of these marks, and this marks too. So here are 2 marks. Here you can see it better, I think, 2 marks. So it doesn't matter, you just do what you like. You can space it out evenly using a template or a ruler, but I just go, I just eyeball it. I think I will go a bit wibbly-wobbly, so that it has a bit more to look at. So this is ready now, and I will do the same for the rest of the cover, and then I will be right back. So ready, I pierced through the cover, and because I will do not a hidden spine, but usually I do my spine signatures like this direction, so you have something to look at the spine, or you can glue on some fabric. But I will leave it as it is, and I will do my signatures this direction. I will show you later. So I decided I will go and ink the edges of my outside cover. So using my Distress Oxide, ground espresso, this dabber, and a bit of water, because I know this is a bit dried out. Just to give the cover a bit more dimension and a little bit of extra something. I don't know if it shows up in the camera very well, but in real life you can see it. It's not really dark, but you see that the edges are a little bit darker than the rest of the fabric. It does not stand out this good because of the color and the material I used, but I think you get the idea, and I think it gives the journal this tiny little bit of extra something. And I'm concentrating on the edges because a book gets older and darkened on the edges first, so maybe it looks a bit more old and used. Again, just concentrating on the edges. And not overthinking it too much. Just go with the flow. So that's it. Maybe I can show it to you. Let's see. I think it's a bit difficult to see. In real life it shows up a tiny little bit. Just a little bit of extra something. So I will let this dry for a few moments, because I used to work with this kind of fabric before, and I know that this can get rubbed off very easy. And of course I don't want this. I want it to stay in place. So I will let it dry for a few minutes, and then I will be back. And the next thing will be, so let's see, the next thing will be the decoration part. So sewing on these metal edges and sewing around the cover, and then we will put in our signatures and we are ready. So I threaded my needle, and I like to start on the bottom inside of the back cover. So let's see. I think I will start here. And I will use my pliers to get my needle through. Oh, just got caught a bit, so now so and then I like to tie a knot. So I think I will do a double knot. Go. So now this is kind of a triple knot, but it doesn't matter. So I can pull my I can pull my thread through my cover, and then this get stuck over here. And I think I will put a tiny little bit of glue onto here at the end, and then I can snip this thing off. And my thread will not be long enough to go to through the whole cover, so I will have a few knots here and there, but I don't mind. I like the look of it. And then I will just go around. So I started on the inside, So now I will go on the inside, so next hole, which is over here. And then tighten it a bit, not so much that your cover get ripped, but not so loose that this stays loose, but you want it to be strong on your cover. And then you go on and on and on. I will show you a few more, and then I will flip through the edges so that you don't have to look at me for a long time to pull my needle through the cover. Just 2 or 3 more so that you get the idea. And I use some waxed cord I bought on Amazon. You can use embroidery floss. You can wax your cord by your own using some embroidery floss. And if you want to wax it, you just run it through a beeswax a few times, so 3 or 4 times, so then it's waxed from all sides. But I did it a few times before with this kind of thread, and I know it's very, very good for this purpose. So just one more. So you see I have holes on different, not directions, but different heights. So some go right into my inner cover, some are only on this not covered up part. Let's see, no, I have to go from the inside to the outside. So that gives you a good structure, and it looks very, very good in the end. So see, this is what we got so far. Of course, you can go back on a few stitches or the whole book and make it this cross stitched, but I want to go with this direction stitches for the whole cover. So I will be back when I put on my first edge. So it's time to put on our first edge. So let's see. Let's just adjust it to the holes. Okay, this looks good. Okay, just one more before I put on the edge. And just get slowly so that your thread get not tangled too much, but the waxed thread is a bit less tangly than not waxed thread, and it stays in place very well. So it gets a bit frayed at the edges, but not the whole thread. So I want to go, my first hole is here, so my second hole is in the metal edge, and the first hole it's poked this way so that I can wrap the thread around this edge. So next hole will be this. Okay, let's see. Oops. Yes, I think I got it right. So pull your needle through. You have to look at your needle hole is not bigger than the holes of your edges you use. And if it slips out like this, you can just tuck it under, so it gives you a bit of extra securing. And you can slip around your edge a bit. So next hole is here. So just make sure you get your edge, your metal edge. So the edges are a bit more tricky than the rest of the cover, but with a bit of practice, it's really, really easy to do this. And I go in from the outside to the inside because of the structure of my fabrics and material I used. I am not able to see where I punched the holes when I look from the inside, but when you use other fabrics, you may be able to see the holes you punched from the inside, so you can skip this extra step by repunching the holes. But I don't mind. And then you go on and round and round. So we are nearly on the edge right now. Just one more hole. So now our edge is really, really secure, and I will do the same thing over here. I will just show you what I do on the edge. So you can go around like this. I think I will do it. You could go around like this. I just don't like the look of it. So let's see. I think I lost one of my holes. So I think it's here. So let's see. Okay, this is not the right hole. Maybe I can adjust the edge a little bit. But it's no big deal. You can punch a new hole. Oh, got it. Okay. Now from the inside. Yes, got it. Haha. Oh, pull your needle through. Then you can see where you want your thread to stay. I want it to stay in this direction, and then I will go on in this direction and sew the rest of the edge on and the rest of the cover as well. So when I finish the sewing, or when I come to the part where I have to use a new piece of thread, I will show you how I do this. Maybe you have other ideas, and please share them with me in the and with the other viewers in the comments. And I will be right back. So when you when your thread comes to an end, you can tuck it under. This is the way I do it. I just tuck it under the loop I made before. Oh, needle, come on. So, and then you get a knot. Oh, this is a bit loose. So let's see, I have to pull here. Okay, and then here. So, and I redo this step 2 or 3 times. Tuck it under, make a new loop, so that you get this kind of knot. Okay, this is not perfectly, but no big deal. I will put on a little drop of glue, and maybe in this case I want to go under here just to make it extra secure. So let's see, I try to tie a knot. It doesn't matter, you can do whatever you want. Okay, this was no knot. You can punch through your thread as well. I just don't want to do it right now. So let's see, I will go through this loop to create a knot, if I can manage it. Sometimes, okay, sometimes I don't know what I do. Maybe you can make it better. But I think you get the idea. Okay, now we have a knot. So maybe I will do another knot just for safety and to secure it very, very good. So let's see, I think I have to go in here. Yes, I got it. Okay. Okay, it's a tiny little bit loosened here, but as I said, I don't mind. So I think this is secure enough. Cut off and rethread your needle. I will do it here as well. So I used 2 times the length of did I use 2 times or 4 times? I don't recognize, to be honest. I think I will just use a thread maybe 2 times the length of here. This will give me enough space, I think maybe until here or something like here, and then I will do the next thing. As I said, it depends on the thread you use. You can use other thread, and maybe you will be able to do this looping around, stitching around thing in one go. So I will use 4 times the length of this cover by now. But I just know my material. I know when I use more than 4 times the length of this side, my thread will get tangled and it will remove from one each other. So this is a 3 times thread, or how do you say it? So it has 3 threads. Don't know if you can see it, and they are tucked together like this. And when I use too much thread and pull it through and pull it through and pull it through and pull it through over and over again, it will get out of stability. So it will lose was the word I was searching for. It will lose a bit of its stability, so I don't want to do this. So now I will do the same I did here, tying a double or triple knot, and then I think we are fine for the next edge. Oops. And as you can see here, I have a tiny little bit of re-stitching. So a bit of something like a cross stitch. So I love this look. Gives a little bit of tiny extra something. Just wanted to check where my edge will be. Oh no, I have one hole left, but it doesn't matter. You can put on a new thread wherever you are. So I will do the rest off camera. I think I showed you all the relevant details, and then I will be back when I have sewn around all my cover, my whole cover. Okay, I finished the stitching, and my hands got a bit of this ink. I think it was because I was holding the cover and stitching around and such things. I think when it's dried out, it will not happen again, hopefully. No, I don't. I think it will not happen again. So this is what we got. Outside and the inside, as you can see here, I have my little knots, but I like the look of them very much. And I put a tiny little, here's the third one. I have 3 knots. Yes, three times 2 knots. You know what I mean. So this is the sewing part, as I said. And the next part will be putting in our elastic, putting in our signatures, putting on a closure, and that's it for this journal. And I will show you this part in the next video. So stay tuned.